Again, obviously, as I talked to our guys before the game, I said, we're in the middle of conference, starting conference play, and you see all the games on Saturday, and watching them, and you gotta. This is our bye week, and obviously we put a non-conference game in there, so a little unique, but I thought we handled it well and unselfish all the way through. Didn't shoot it great early, but did in the second half, and then able to pull away. I could have done some things better defensively early, guard the dribble. That was the thing that was really disappointing, but we did in the second half, so showed improvement and got us ready and got us going. But a lot of good performances from guys that got some opportunity to play. I thought I was really proud of Ryan Luther, responding to I told you, talking about how good he's been playing, and reason he didn't play the other day was, just the other guys who had been playing well, but complete confidence in them, and he did a good job. Cameron, Damon getting 7 assists. So, again, there was value in this game, and an opportunity for us to get better, and I think we did in some things. And they play, every team you play does something well, does something different, and we had to get used to traps and jumping the ball in the backcourt and playing through that. And I think as the game progressed, we did a better job. Tried to simulate it in our one practice, but didn't get to get that across, I think, as well as we wanted to. But again, unselfishness, a lot of good things, but I think really just the unselfishness throughout the entire game. From a Mike Young, from Jamel, from James, and just making the right plays and looking for other guys when the game was kind of a 30-point or so game.
Coach, is there any type of a hangover in this game after the big win over Syracuse just a couple days ago?
We had to figure out what to do. We decided to give the day off on. What was that? Thursday, I guess. Thursday, and how we were going to handle it. And I thought we responded, come back Friday. I didn't know if after the Davidson game we practiced when we got back, and I don't know if that worked as well. So I thought we did the right thing. I thought we were ready. I just think we didn't make some shots. And the one thing I've said before with this team, I wonder, if when we make shots or if we don't make shots, does our defense suffer? And does our defense do we not maintain the defense that we need to maintain? And when you're missing shots, you're giving transition opportunities, so that's part of it. But we've got to be able to defend. So I think a little bit of that is something we have to address and get better at. And I thought we did, and so hopefully we got something that accomplished today.
What's some of the things that stood out from this team on the scouting report coming into the game that jumped out at you?
Maryland Eastern Shore. The changing defenses, because we don't see a lot of that, and so we wanted to be clear on what we were doing and how we were attacking, and whatever we run it, and don't get concerned about what they're in. But I thought we did a good job in that area. Didn't shoot it great. As far as other things, the big kid Elliott, hard to guard, and we knew that, and he did a good job obviously in the first. He had some tough shots on us in the first half, but the driving big guys was probably, to put it simply, to use our phrase, the driving big guys was the thing concerned us, and it hurt us early, and that was disappointing for us.
In a game like this, versus like a probably lesser opponent, getting a big lead in the second half, how much do you value just being able to get the younger guys in there and get them the experience?
No, there's no question of value. Any minute that we can get guys and get Damon out there and play with starters is an important thing. I think Ryan, I thought it was big for Ryan. Again, I told him be ready, and he's going to be in there early, so yeah, we've had a few. Everybody has these games, and it's practice, games, walkthroughs, film. Everything's an opportunity to get better, and that's what our big emphasis this week. We got to be a better team today after the game than we were Wednesday. We wanted to show progress from with yesterday's practice and then today.
This is the third game in a row where you've struggled from three, but you've won 3 in a row. And to your point, do you feel like your team is starting to not rely so much on making shots in order to play well in every other area?
Yeah, our rebounding numbers have been pretty impressive over those games, so that's got to be consistent. I thought for the most part, our defense has been pretty solid, but still not where we need it to be, our man-to-man defense. But the things, the encouraging things is we're doing some things well that are hard to do. Guarding ball screens, we're guarding that well. our post defense has been pretty good. Not quite as good first half today, but give them credit for making some shots, especially Elliott. But some things that are correctable that hurt us in Syracuse, and that was the emphasis yesterday, today, that we got to, and that's I guess what is encouraging to me. The thing that we can some of our thing was our breakdowns the other day against Syracuse were over aggressiveness, and we can pull that back.
You also got some guys that hit mid-range jumpers, and you also got guys like Jeter that seem to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Those are shots that you probably can live on. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we shot 55%. I mean, obviously 73 in the second half, so we'll look at that, and 60% in the from three. So, I mean, we're as I talked about at Syracuse, it's you don't get 19 offensive rebounds unless you're taking good shots. I mean, that's our belief, and the same thing I think today. We shot a higher percentage, 55, and we missed 26 shots, I guess, from the field, and we got 14 offensive rebounds. So, it's those are good numbers, and we understand that, and we're going to continue to emphasize those.
What'd you like from Alonzo's game?
Getting it down on the post and scoring, those were a couple things, but those are things that's just gravy or whatever you want to call it. But he's got to defend for us, and I thought he played with a lot of energy and was active, and we'd like him to be a little bit just more vocal and involved. But I thought he did a real good job, and when you look at Sheldon, you look at Ryan, you look at Alonzo, it's three pretty good players that are giving us minutes there, and call them what you will, they're good players, and so Raphael didn't get going today. He'll be the guy the next day. That's what I tell the guys. It's going to be a different guy each day that we're each game that we're talking about.
You mentioned the different looks that different teams have given you in the non-conference, and you had a taste of it with Syracuse, but you feel good about where you're at, full on into the
yeah, our offensive attack is good, I think. Obviously we'll make some shots, shoot it like we did in the second half. But yeah, I think we've got a lot of stuff in offensively, and I think we have a lot of pieces. But we know it's going to get, you got to, things are going to change, and teams are going to get hot, and teams are going to go cold. But we got a long road ahead of us, but we're getting better, and I think defensively, we have a smart group. I mean, our GPA indicates that, but defensively, like I said, alluded to earlier, the things that are hard to do, we do pretty well, and I think we can fine tune some things defensively to get us better here, and I'm very. We've improved a lot defensively over the 13 games, no question. I mean, it was like I said. This was a team. Oftentimes we have to be a team that we've got to find ways to score and get our offense going, and the defense came a little bit easier to us. It's kind of been a different team for a different way to start the year, and again, having really no off season, the summer, the fall, with all the injuries that we had, where we were at the start of the year, the progress has been dramatic, especially on the defensive end.
What did you do against Copeland defensively in the second half?
Well, I mean, he just beat us off the dribble, and sometimes the driving bigs is the phrase we used, and he hurt us, and it's something that we don't normally see, and we didn't guard it well enough, and they did some weave action with the big guy in there, and we didn't handle as well as we should have, and then the straight out drives that he got. So, that was probably the biggest emphasis in the halftime, was talking about guarding the driving bigs.